Module 6. Okay. The main objective of this chapter is to present an overview of fundamental economic principles and the tools that can be used to investigate the issue during implementation of energy sector projects. Okay, that means this whole chapter deals with the issues during the implementation of energy sector projects and how can we overcome these issues and what are all the external aid or help which can be implemented in the energy sector projects. Okay, first, energy economics. For any energy sector project to be implemented in an organization, we need investment. The investment will always follow with economics. Okay, in the process of energy management, investment would be required for reducing the energy consumption of process or utility. So an investment is always needed for reducing energy consumption or for implementing energy efficiency process in an organization. So investment will always follows with economics. Next, we should evaluate the investment criteria. For evaluating the investment, there are many techniques we are using for the cost estimation, the revenue gained. Okay, for investment evaluation, the techniques we used here are discount rate, payback period, internal rate of return, and net present value. Next, life cycle costing. Life cycle costing is an engineering economic analysis tool used to calculate the financial feasibility of a project. For calculating financial feasibility of the whole project, we are using life cycle costing. Life cycle costing means whole life costing. It is the process of estimating how much money we are spending on an asset over the course of its useful life. Next, ESCO concept. ESCO is a company. It is a company that offers energy services. The energy services usually are design, retrofitting, and implementation of energy efficiency project. It also includes energy infrastructure, outsourcing, power generation and energy supply, financing for energy efficiency project. Okay, it is a company that helps in energy services. Next, energy economics. Economics has a very important role in decision making, whether to invest or not. Okay, for investment criteria, a management will think whether to invest or not in an energy sector project. Okay, for in an energy efficiency project, there will always we need investment. Investment would be required for reducing the energy consumption of process or utility. Okay, so energy economics is a part of applied economics that deals with the basic economic issues of assigning energy resources using economic principles, tools, and business model. Normally, microeconomic concepts of energy demand and supply, macroeconomic aspects of budgeting and investment of energy projects, and energy economy interactions and the policy framework of energy sector are important aspects of energy economics. Energy economics deals with energy efficiency. For implementation of energy sector projects, an organization should know the benefits of increased energy efficiency. Okay, For reducing energy consumption, we require investment. Hence, we require financing. Okay, the investment would be required for an energy sector project. The investment would be required for, in an organization we need investment. It would be required for modification or retrofitting or for incorporating new technologies. Already in an organization, a system uh, is going on. If we add a modification or additional fitting or additional system is introducing into the organization, that will result in increased productivity or for improving the product quality. So by the investment, we are modifying or retrofitting, or we are incorporating new technology for increasing the productivity or for improving the product quality. Energy economics deals with the cost involved in the proposed measures, such as direct project cost, additional operation and maintenance cost, training of personnel on new technologies, etc. Okay. Next, investment need of organization in energy efficiency arises from, okay, the need for investment arises from the size of energy problems the organization currently faces, the technical and good housekeeping measures available to reduce waste. Next, the predicted return on any investment, the real return achieved on particular measures over time. These are the need for investment in an organization. Okay, the communication of energy managers or engineers with the top management will lead to the thinking of investment for energy efficient projects. So the engineers or energy management should present the projects in economic terms in order to help the top management to make their decisions. Their thinking is always be in such a manner that if an investment is introduced, they should think that they should get a return. So the energy engineers or the energy managers who are handling the projects should convey their ideas to the top management according to the according to their management's language. That means uh, they should convince them that the introduction of the energy sector projects will help in reducing operating or production cost, or it will help in increasing employee comfort and well-being, or improving cost effectiveness or profit, or these projects will enhance the quality of service or customer care delivered, or protecting the it will these projects will help in protecting the environment. So the energy management managers or engineers should think of getting these perspectives, such as reducing operating costs, increasing employee comfort and well-being, improving cost effectiveness, enhancing quality of service or customer care, or protecting environment. These merits should be added with these projects. So the engineer or manager should think of achieving these goals by implementing the energy sector projects. Then only the top management will give them the investment. Okay. Next, method of energy sector project evaluation. An investor faces two problems in project evaluation or investing the money, uh, they got two problems. First, whether a project is to be undertaken or not. Next one, if there are many competing projects, which one is to be preferred? Okay, the methods currently being used for this purpose, that is whether a project is to be undertaken or not, or if there are many competing projects, which one is to be preferred. The currently being used techniques are PBP, payback period. Next one, ARR, accounting or average rate of return method. Third one, discounted cash flow technique, DCF, discounted cash flow technique. Next one, NPV, net present value method. Next one, PI, profitability index. And next one is IRR, internal rate of return. That is, these methods are currently being used for the assessment of whether a project is to be undertaken or not, or if there are many competing projects, which one is to be preferred. For these two problems, we are using these methods. So these are investment evaluation techniques. Okay, thank you.